Hey, welcome everyone to 20 Sides to Every Story. Tonight we are streaming and playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We are doing a little conversion of the old Planescape module entitled Dead Gods. Before we begin our story here this evening, I'd like to encourage you to follow the channel so you can get notified when we go live. And you could further support the channel by subscribing to 20 Sides to Every Story. When you subscribe to us, you get a number of perks. You get exclusive items in our EXP store that only our subscribers can access to influence our game. Such things include the ability to name NPCs when I'm caught off guard, and you can throw in a silly name. You can start a rumor. You can add minor details within my discretion to characters' backstories, things like that. As a subscriber, you earn those EXP a little bit faster. The big one is that you get to play in subscriber-only games with us each month. Right now, we are currently enjoying with our subscribers Into the Borderlands. If that cover there looks familiar, that's because this is a 5th edition conversion of a module. The modules B1, In Search of the Unknown, and B2, The Keep on the Borderlands. These are a lot of nostalgia in this book. A lot of people remember these were some of the first things that people played when they got started playing D&D, playing in the old D&D Basic Expert Rules set. And so Goodman Games has put that out and given us a nice little sandbox adventure playground for our subscribers to play in. Joey, you got in on one of those last time. What'd you think?
I thought it was real fun. It's a great throwback, and it does feel a lot like when we played the D&D basic versions. So I think they did a really good job with it.
Yeah. We played the Keep on the Borderlands using the original style, and now we're doing it this way. And I think that the hardcover here, this Into the Borderlands book, does a pretty good job of giving you that feel of lethality and challenge, just like the original did. So if you want to play in such games with us, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. And we'll get you into our Discord server where we coordinate all of those subscriber games. If you are someone who has a Amazon Prime account, you can actually subscribe to us for free. All you have to do is go to twitchprime.com, get registered with your Twitch Prime account, and you can subscribe to us. Once you've done that, I'll get you the details on how to get into our Discord server, and we'll get you connected. So, where we begin tonight, a little recap from last session and some context of how we got to where we are. Our heroes here have come to the negative energy plane, a place would be very harsh to our living characters, but fortunately they are within this, I guess you could say, fortress that is kind of composed of many of the rooms by these big, they're kind of spherical chambers. Many of them our players have experienced are gravityless, it would seem, and then others seem to have a semblance of gravity. It's kind of a strange complex that they've been navigating through. And the reason that they have come here is because they are searching for a drow vampire named Kestad, who it would seem was captured by the agents of Orcus perhaps being directed, now it may seem, to our players by Asarak. Kestad, the players have learned he knows something that would be very interesting to Orcus and Asarak, and that is that I believe it was the spirits of the dead world Renias that you came to this portal to get to this negative energy plane. They told you that Kestad knows something about an object, a wand, that they are looking for. And so it seems likely that that is their rationale, their reason for bringing him here. As you've navigated through here, you've encountered plenty of undeath. You've been doing battle with ghouls. You've even dealt with more of those strange, wispy, spectral creatures. And what else? You discovered some kind of a workshop that seemed to contain a lot of I don't know, a lot of embalming liquids, things that you'd maybe expect to find in a mortuary or something like that. And I think you found a journal, actually, that belonged to Asarak. Maybe that was your first clue. And this journal kind of spoke about his journey into becoming a necromancer, being kind of guided by a figure named Vecna. And ultimately, he was coached basically to become a lich by Vecna. And so it kind of details in there that about how he needed to pursue a kill and drink this concocted potion, basically. That was all a part of the process of this ritual. So you pocketed that. You continued on, and up on the screen here is the chamber where we currently stand. But when you first came in here, you noticed that there was this big, huge obsidian throne there with this kind of horned skull that adorned it at the top of the back of the chair. And there was a diamond, I think, that you pried out of that. And who has that? Reggie, I think, took that. You had a battle here. The spirits came forth, and you did battle with them. You observed there's a pool there, and it seems to be some kind of seeing pool. I don't remember who looked into it, but basically, when you look in there, you can see a drow vampire shackled to a wall, and very gruesome kind of scene because he's full of all sorts of skewers and things like that. It looks like likely he's been tortured. He doesn't look like he's in great condition, but he does look like he's alive and breathing. Next, you went to this room to the northeast, and you found like a chest and a couple of these big, huge urns, and I think you realized you don't have a rogue. You didn't have a way to like finesse this thing open, and so somebody tried to bash it open.
That'd be Klaus.
Klaus, yes, he's not the probably that new greatsword, that Githyanki greatsword, to kind of pry it open. And so unfortunately you didn't see the warning that would have been on the lid had you opened it up that way. And poor Dino got hit with quite a massive amount of necrotic damage because you tried to pick that wand up and you successfully did so, but this necrotic pain kind of swelled in your body and you heard a voice, I think, basically saying that you had to pledge yourself to Orcus to be able to put that down. So you got kind of a understanding. Maybe that's not what it was. It wasn't a voice. You cast Identify. That's what it was. You cast Identify, and that Identify spell told you that the secret to this wand really is to pledge yourself to Orcus. If you put it down, you're going to get hit with that again. And so you're stuck holding it until you can figure out a way to deal with that. Meanwhile, you all went down to the southeastern room where you found this pretty bizarre contraption. There was basically kind of like this pod. I don't remember how did I describe this pod? It was kind of like a fleshy kind of thing.
It was like a rib cage.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
Like round, and it kind of like had ribs that like met like this.
Yeah, so it was a pod of bone. Yeah, and the ribs kind of created this kind of window, I guess, that you could see that there was this big, gigantic for lack of a better term, it was big Frankenstein flesh golem-y thing that stood 7 feet tall. Looked like it was kind of stitched together, various body parts. Makes sense. The previous room that you came from looked like that kind of a laboratory. And Reggie's a curious sort. He noticed that there was like kind of this like cable or this cord that popped out of the pod, and it had this kind of skull cap kind of thing, and Reggie popped that on, and his consciousness shot out of his body and into this new form. Then he came lumbering out, and I guess that's where we begin. I think Klaus or Reggie, if I'm remembering correctly, you were on your way to this room with all the cursed stuff, or what you suspect are more cursed things.
Yeah, so I took my newfound body over to the chest. Azad and I thought maybe this new body could withstand whatever it was that hit our buddy Dino, and I grabbed one of those guys, and it hit me with the same exact thing.
Oh yeah, okay, so you already grabbed one. That's right.
Sure did. I'm a big dumb idiot.
So you're currently in there dealing with that. What are the rest of you doing? Pretty surreal sight. You got Reggie's original body is sitting on the granite floor there, and I think you maybe all are guessing what has happened based on the way that this big flesh golem is acting. That seems.
I'm assuming he cannot speak.
I think he's talked. He can talk. Different sounding voice.
Okay, so we can communicate with him.
Yeah, I think I've talked. Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna lay my. I picked up one of those body wraps from the experiment room. I'm gonna cover up Reggie's body.
Okay. So you go in there and
Keep me nice and toasty, or are you putting me to rest?
I think you're dead.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm gonna sleight of hand while I'm doing that. A little check his hands for the ring.
okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Interesting.
Okay. Like dexterity.
Yeah. If you open up that second tab of your character sheet, you'll have all your skills there. You can double click the one with the modifier. I'm in anticipation of this roll. Okay. 14. I think that both Dino and Azad are going to notice that. I could be wrong. What do we got? Yeah, Dino definitely notices that, and Azad, I assume you would notice that with your passive perception.
Yeah.
So the question is, do they care?
While they're watching me, I reach back and I say something over my shoulder to my bag, and then the ring's gone.
Okay. Do you
That
do you
makes
put it
sense.
into your bag?
I whispered something into my bag.
Okay.
If you're following me.
I am following you. Oh, this is fun. All right. So
Klaus has the ring now.
Well, I think Clay No Face has the ring.
Yeah, Clay No Face has the ring.
Sure, but okay.
Yes.
Wow.
It would show
Wow.
up on his inventory sheet. So
Yeah.
long last. How many episodes?
Holy
Just-
crap!
Just like that.
I feel so naked.
Now no one has it except for Clay. He's not allowed to wear it yet though.
He's gonna turn into the big antagonist at the end
No,
of this.
He's the only one with a pure soul out of the group.
Forget Orcus. What a lame villain. We're gonna go with like the Stay Puffed Clay No Face with the Ring of Winter. Wrecking hell.
He shall have a
That
face.
sounds fantastic.
I like it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna spend some time and cast to get my celestial back.
Okay. So you're casting your spell. You're bringing that Quaddle back.
You bet.
All right.
Well, Monster Reggie, what should we do now? By the way,
Yeah.
dude has your ring.
Wait, what? Which dude? It's
Um,
gotta be Klaus, of course.
right.
Like, run back over to my body. Like, what? Why is there a tarp over me? Rip it off.
Hey Zod, the point is to get rid of this thing. We
Wait.
could have said like a zombie or something ran in and took it.
So you did take the ring. Why
I
would
didn't
you do
take
that?
I don't have it though.
I
I touched it and then I was like, oh no way.
Show me your hands.
Oh shit.
There's a ring on.
wow.
This is not the ring you're looking for.
I cannot believe that you would just steal the ring after all we've been through. You still don't trust me.
I trust you, Reggie.
Your actions aren't so-
That's why I'm not wearing the ring right now, because I think that you're in this other body right now, and what if there's another consciousness inside of that body with you, and you're wearing this ring of power?
I've had many other consciousnesses, within my mindfulness, and this feels nothing like that.
I think that body is too big to wear the ring anyway. So, look how big you are.
Dino, I appreciate your attempt at mitigation and mediation, but
I'm trying.
I am truly hurt and taken aback, Klaus, that you would feel the need to undermine everything that I've tried to do since we started this journey together. Can't believe it.
I feel very, very conflicted about it, but I do care about you, Reggie, and I have to take the steps that I feel are in my future here. Why I'm here. How long did Reggie not have the ring before when it was missing?
I've been maybe like, I don't know, span of a week, you think?
Yeah, a few days. It
Few days
seems
at
like
least.
only, right?
Because we hopped in that thing with the dude where we got Gizmo.
That took a
We
couple of
rode that
days.
for for however long. Yeah.
And there was one day without it at Sigil, and then at least a day or two before you actually caught onto their trail and went to their fortress. So yeah, it was probably at least a week.
Yeah.
Well,
And there was
Reggie,
that
why
split
don't
second when I had to tackle someone for it too.
why don't we just do a little like ring fasting for for a few days and see how you feel, like then maybe you'll be on board with helping me with eventually destroying this.
So Azad, you were saying?
Well, we should find something else to do. Right? We can't stay here too long. Dangerous for us in this plane.
Potentially, whatever we decide to do, one of the four of us might just decide to do their own thing. That might happen.
Why? What? Why? Come on.
There's clearly precedent set now. So, I guess why don't you guys go ahead and decide what you want to do?
Well,
I'm pretty beat up, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at a 5th.
Well, wait.
Huh?
What was the koala's name again? Francesca. Is this the same
Yeah.
one that he summoned before?
Yeah,
Hey,
we're gonna
Francesca-
say Francesca is back, and
Could you heal Shaggy for Shaggy?
I'm not Shaggy.
Sorry.
Who is this Shaggy?
Oh, damn it! I knew this was gonna happen with playing all these different games.
It wasn't
Just-
me.
It's just too many games.
What's this guy's name? Dino. Could you heal Dino, please, Francesca?
Francesca says, "Well, I will try to bring my powers forth to do this, but I fear that the undeath and the necrotic energy all about is going to dampen what I can do." But Francesca starts to kind of swirl about you, Dino, and you kind of get this. It's very kind of cold here, but for a brief moment, you kind of feel some warmth and some recovery from all that negative energy that you took. But you'll recover 9 points of damage.
Does that automatically? Oh, there it goes.
I changed it for you.
I think I'm going to still do a Cure Wounds at a 5th level on myself.
Okay. So you'll recover 8 hit points.
Well, that is plus my spellcasting abilities, which would add additional 5 on there.
Oh, okay. So you'll recover 11. So you cast your spell. You could tell, there's divine energy that is trying to be sent your way, but it just doesn't have the same effect that it would elsewhere.
At this moment in time, Reggie is kind of over by the throne, looking away from the party, choking back tears and trying to commune, however futile it may be, to try and ask for help from Torn. He feels very, very lost right now and very confused, not only in a new body, but now without the safety and security blanket of the ring.
As unlikely as it seems, the Coatl, you hear the Coatl's voice in your head. It seems to be speaking with you telepathically, and it says, I was asked to bring word from your lord, the mighty Torm, who has become concerned for your well-being. And though you are lost, Torm instructs you that you should embrace this trial, this tribulation that has been bestowed before you.
Doesn't Torm trust me? He's clearly put me in this position, and I am ready to bear the burden that can benefit all for the greater good. And it feels like every time I turn to him to give me the strength to bear that burden, he's either unreachable or something else stands in the way.
The Quaddle retorts, Torm was once like you before his ascension. He was a noble entity, a man of the people, someone who wanted to do good wherever he went. However, he tried to do very much on his own, to the detriment of others. Torm does not do his good works in isolation. He works with other gods. As a part of the triad, he knows that the other entities, they have to play to their strengths, and such as it is with the ring. It is evil. It could corrupt you, and then you would be putting the entire group in jeopardy. Sometimes the lesson of humility may be one that you will have to learn now in this new way as you are now.
Reggie will take a few seconds, maybe a minute, and then we'll silently walk over to Klaus and give him a big old hug. Not saying a word, and then we'll kind of step away.
Gizmo wants to get in on this action, and Gizmo, the little Modron, comes flying over to you and wraps its tiny little body around your leg.
So,
Oh, that's so sweet.
so you said we had. Where's the vision that we had of the vampire? Was that through the pool?
Yeah.
Do we? But I would surmise that is Castad, maybe the drow vampire.
That's
Yeah,
my assumption as well.
I'm gonna try, and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try casting Locate Creature. Now that I've seen him again, and I know I believe based on that he's somewhere near here. And I know there's a lot of potential ways that this spell could probably not work here, but I figure that's our next best lead, is trying to find this guy, and how to get to him. I just don't have any idea right now.
He's definitely within 1,000 feet of you. Concentration for up to an hour. Okay, I'll say that this will start to kind of tug at you, and lead you in a direction if you allow it to, if you follow it. Just kind of like a sense of, it's like having a hunch, you know, you're just kind of like acutely aware of the direction where he is. It's just like a feeling you have.
Okay.
And so right now,
that-
what it's telling you is to go. The way that you got here was through one of those little tubes or tunnels that kind of sucks you up into the next pod, which is on the west side of this current sphere.
All right. Well, guys, I have good feeling that Castad is not this way, other way probably. So, what do we want to do with Reggie's body?
Do you like your new body, Reggie?
Parts of it.
What if we take
Not so much here.
Hey, Reggie, you're a big guy. If you want to keep your old body, maybe you should just pick him up and carry it along with you.
Well, if I do that, then I think that the cap that seems to be communing me with this new body would be detached. That's my guess. At which point, this body would just fall. I think.
Maybe we can rig something up like a sled. Something. Drag it
Or
around.
what if? So you think if we take Cap off of you, your actual body, your mind would go back in there?
I sure hope so. That would be really weird and scary if that wouldn't happen.
Did you pull the lever twice for the whatever you pulled on?
I didn't pull any lever. I mean,
Oh,
first I
that's how you got to the cap, right? Alex said you tugged on something.
well, at first I cut the
Yeah,
cord
city.
that I shouldn't have,
Okay.
and then I kind of stitched it back together, and then I put the cap on. So hopefully I didn't short anything out. I don't know. I guess is there anything that we'd want to like do? Okay, get your heads out of the gutter. Is there anything we want to do with this body in this room that maybe it can only do? Like, I already sat in the throne, that didn't do anything. Grab this here wand, and clearly that hurt quite a bit.
I don't think so.
You guys think that the pool of water could be a portal?
I don't think so. I think it's more of a scrying pool.
Well, what if I guess like as I like look around the room, is there anything that stands out on the wall, whether it's any kind of artwork or any kind of inscription like that?
Inside the room where the device is, or out in the throne room?
Inside the room where the device.
No, it's pretty plain. They're just stone walls. Oh, you almost has kind of like just like a closet to the main chamber kind of feel.
Then I'll look at the walls around the main chamber. There's a kind of like circle around clockwise, I guess. Just kind of like looking at the wall as I walk.
There really isn't any artwork or anything like that. It's just the plain stone wall. Prominent things are that throne that is in the center of the room, the seeing pool, and then there is that plant, that kind of cacti plant that's got the kind of desert rose kind of flowering sprouts coming off of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm at a loss. I don't know what you guys are feeling.
I I feel we should just go, and maybe you should take yourself back to your own body.
That's probably the right idea.
Because you have cool things on, like armors and swords.
Well, I guess it was fun. So I'll walk over and pull the cap off my own body.
Okay. Nothing that you were hoping would happen happens.
Okay.
You are still inside the very large, lumbering body, and you're looking down at your original body, which is very lifeless and...
Oh, put the body inside of the thing. Yeah?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then put the
pick
cap
up
on you.
the old body and kind of like wedge it up there and do what I can to, like, with my newfound strength, bend the rib cage over, if I can.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
I mean, even though Reggie's body, I think, is armored with plate mail and things like that, with your new strength, no problem. You hoist him up into the pod, you pop the cap on, and nothing happens.
I'll do, like...
Ooh, 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 ooh.
What did we say about levers before?
Yeah, is there... Maybe there's a button, like... hit buttons all around. Still nothing.
I'm going to do a search around for any mechanism like that.
Yeah, make an investigation check. What was it? Oh, you rolled a 3. Okay. You don't find... I mean, there are some contraptions... Well, not really. Like, the cord is really the prominent piece of hardware that goes from the cap to the pod. Your best guess is that... Make an Arcana check as well while you do that investigating. You're just nailing it.
Yeah, that'd be 10.
You don't know how this thing works. Maybe it's magic. that's the best.
I'm sorry, I got nothing.
Awesome. Okay. I'm starting to freak out, guys. I don't know if I can live in this body. I mean, I've never gone to the bathroom in this body. There's plenty of other things that I've never done in this body that I don't know how it's going to handle or respond.
It'd be a learning experience.
Are there any notes in Asarak's journal about the body swapper?
No.
Oh,
There doesn't seem to be. You... Gizmo kind of comes over to you, Reggie, and he starts, like, kind of poking, and then, like, pointing at himself, and then pointing at the cap.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Put the cap on Gizmo.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You put the cap on Gizmo?
Yeah.
It's a loop.
Okay. So, yeah, we got a Futurama thing kind of going on here. So you put the cap on Gizmo, and you can see a little Modron body just kind of like falls, and there's a metallic clank on the floor as Reggie's body kind of animates, and he comes popping out, and he just like hops out, and he's like, "Hi, I'm MX51213."
MX51213.
But I guess you know me better as Gizmo.
Yeah.
Where's Reggie?
Well, that's Reggie right there, I think.
Gizmo, I want my body back. How'd you steal my body?
Oh, I thought you said I could.
Right, so then the next thing we do is we put Gizmo's body into the thing, we put the cap on Monster. Monster goes into so Reggie goes into Gizmo's body. We move the Monster body back in. Gizmo goes into Monster body. We move Reggie's body back in. No, Gizmo. Oh God, how's it gonna work?
I'm not ready to go into Gizmo's body.
Should we really be listening to Azad? I thought that Reggie, aren't you the lead here?
Who
I don't
else
know.
wants-
I've been trying to figure out your hierarchy, and the algorithms don't make any sense to me.
We're a holacracy. You know, everybody has an even footing.
What?
Logic doesn't really work with us, you know.
Huh. This is a strange concept, but I'll try. I'll try.
That's cool. Did you know that this? Do you know how this thing works, MX?
51213.
I don't, but based on what I'm seeing here, it seems that whatever body you put in that pod, somebody can put on that cap and they'll go into that body. But a body that has already been switched out of its original body, it can't go back in.
It can't go back in?
It seems that way. Let's try it.
We kind of did, right?
Put my little body in there.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Is this okay? It's kind of like free thinking, and I don't know if I like
Do
it.
it. Do it.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. So he goes over and puts the cap on. Nope, not working. I'm still you. You're still that large, fleshy muscle thing.
Hey, aren't
Dino.
Yes.
Wanna go in Gizmo's body?
You see the Quaddle just kind of like heads over to the other side of the room.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I didn't say anything, Francesco. Don't worry. I don't think they want to be able to have to hold this wand forever like I have to.
Yep, but if you went into Gizmo's body, your body would drop the wand and no consciousness would be in there to die or take necrotic damage. Loophole.
I don't know if that would actually work, but I wouldn't be able to get back into my regular body, though.
See, this is why your organizational structure doesn't work so well, because Azad, if you were in a higher hierarchy than Dino, you'd be able to just command him, and then, you know, we're losing out on efficiency
All right,
here.
robot, shut up.
Wah! He gets kind of
Listen.
scared a little bit. Cowers in the corner.
You have a robot man. You have a really serious issue on your hands now. I don't know if your algorithms figured this out yet, but you're inside of a living organic body now that will die and deteriorate and can't just be repaired constantly forever. I mean, I'd get some algorithms going here to figure out how to get back into your robot body. We'll give you a nice lube up and everything. We'll get the oil changed, the whole works, buddy.
Oh, that sounds
What about
nice.
Clay No Face? What about Clay No Face?
This is his nap time.
Oh, but would he like a nice robot body, maybe?
I mean, he might want a face, but
Wait, Gizmo.
it's
You
kind
don't
of like a
want-
pet.
You don't want a doll taking your body, do you? You want to get back in your own body eventually, right?
I don't know. Do I?
Well,
I
think
don't know.
Reggie would like
I feel
it
so
if he could-
lost.
Have you ever wiped your ass with a pine cone?
No,
What?
I didn't have an ass until just now.
No, just wait.
There's all sorts of things I want to do with this ass.
No! That's mine!
Oh man.
Oh
I don't
god.
like this conversation at all. Okay. Think. Think. Azad, you're the puzzle guy.
Uh-huh.
You've solved so many so far.
I honestly think the next thing to do is to put Gizmo's body in there and put the cap on you. Worst
who?
case scenario, after this, if it doesn't work, well,
Then I'm
worst
in
case-
Gizmo's body!
right, but then we'll know that we can do the sort of triangular transfer a couple times, and we just repeat that algorithm, until it works, until everybody's back to normal.
Okay, well, here's a question for you. Is it possible that the reason I can't get back into, or I couldn't at the time get back into my original body, is because it's essentially saying, like, if you were in this body before, you can never get back into this body?
I hope that's not the case.
I'm cool with that hope, in theory. In practice, that hope, if wrong, leaves me in a Motron body. No offense.
Well, what if
instead of
we put
a
you?
giant, big, burly man?
Yeah. Well, what if you, as the corpse thing, you actually position yourself into there, and Reggie, Gizmo, you position yourself with the cap, and we'll see if we can hot swap it. Live circuits.
Oh God.
Do we need a clock tower? Some lightning?
88 miles per hour.
Gizmo says, I'm up for anything. You just tell me what to do. But yeah,
Okay.
You're kind of right, Reggie. I was just a mono drone. I was at the bottom of the totem pole, so I wouldn't want to get left with that either. Now that I have some free thought happening.
Well,
I'm
I
just-
feel like I don't want to take away Gizmo's free thought. Now I think maybe he should stay in your body.
God.
I'm so confused.
I mean,
Okay.
he could be the first robot with a soul. Wait. That would mean Reggie doesn't have his soul then.
I wasn't a robot. I was a Modron.
Whatever. What? What powers you?
2 double A's.
Okay. As I look at this contraption, is there any way that we could, like, pack it up and bring it with us?
It's a rift to go.
It looks like that would be very difficult. I guess I'm not gonna say that it's like bolted to the floor or anything like that. But it's large and unwieldy.
Quite impractical, perhaps.
Yeah, like if you had a wagon and stuff like that with you to transport it, that would be one thing. But you would have to take it, not get it through this dungeon, but then the distance you would have to span to get back to either Sigil or even Crux would be a little rough.
Do I still have like a telepathic communion with the Coatl?
Yeah, it seems like.
So Francesca, appreciate your help from before. How do you feel that Torm would advise this?
My guidance from Torm was to basically to inform you that you need to work this out on your own. Torm wants to see the goodness in you take form in authentic ways without his direct intervention. He wants to see the true Reggie, the real Reggie. And you will be judged based on the quality of the decisions that you make.
Well,
Reggie, you have such a thoughtful look on your face. Are you having a vision or something?
dearest Dino, there are no visions in my head currently. Merely damage control. And I think this is my body now. We clearly can't take this device with us. Perhaps we might come across another one or someone who might be able to help us out, but I think the best course of action is to grab Gizmo's original body and bring it with us.
Can someone check if
proceed
there's like magic coming off of the pieces?
I can't.
The pieces of
Yeah, the head part and whatever other pieces were on it. What if we have to destroy that stuff, Reggie? Think maybe that's holding you guys in place?
Perhaps. But I kind of destroyed it before.
Oh,
Not down to its pieces, but I did rip some cords out. Did a little surgery job on it.
what about the fancy hat?
I mean, you could cut it off and keep it if you want.
It's not very fashionable.
So, in terms of like armor and things like that, how naked is Reggie's current form?
There is a tasteful loincloth.
Okay, yeah. And that's it. Okay. Well, I think Gizmo, is it okay if we still call you Gizmo?
Yeah. I mean, like that serial number, that's just the name, you know. The duo drone, the other drones gave me, but now I'm a part of your team. I think I'm kind of ostracized from the other Modrons right now.
Okay. Well, Gizmo it is. I clearly don't want you to be in this adventure without, the proper equipment. So the only thing that I'll ask from you is to borrow that sword, the long sword there. All the rest of the stuff you can hang on to for now, and I'll just find some new stuff as we go.
You want your shield though, Reggie?
Oh, that's probably no. I mean, what are you feeling? What do you like? What do you have fun with?
I don't know.
The javelins or the
Sure.
longbow?
I want to try it all.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I'll hang on to the shield for now. If you want to use it sometime, you let me know, and we'll do a little hot swap.
Okay, so this is like a what's yours is mine situation?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think that sounds great. I'm glad that you're aware of that. Is sharing and communism a trait of the Modrons?
Absolutely. We it works very well.
good.
Yep. Or at least it did.
Until it failed.
Well, we used to have Primus was in charge, but I don't think he's in charge anymore.
Oh, did he get killed like the other gods have been getting killed?
Well, yeah, I think so. I felt it. And I think most of the Modrons don't know that, though. They're still following him. Somebody took his place.
Interesting.
Say Gizmo, before we got in here, before you got your new body, there was a big statue of a guy who we now know as Orcus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like ran up to go grab something from the statue.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, or what were you doing there? Do you know?
Oh, I thought it was that wand.
Yeah. And why do you want the wand?
Well, before I became woke, I was trying to find that. All the Modrons are looking for it right now.
You want this wand?
Oh. He kind of looks at it. No, that's not it. That doesn't look like the one. Well, it kind of resembles it a little bit, but no. The one that all the Modrons are looking for is that kind of skeletal-looking wand that the statue was wielding. I think it'd be a bad idea if
So I wonder
Primus gets it.
So I wonder if Orcus has taken the place of Primus and has sent the Modrons out searching for Orcus's wand. I bet if we find this Castad dude, someone will shed some light on this for us. And I have a real hunch Castad is this way.
Oh,
So let's go.
wow. Okay. I didn't realize. Oh, wonderful.
I got a thing in my gut sometimes that tells me where things are.
So at one point in time, Azad, you were like, I don't know if you were carrying or you were shepherding Gizmo around. Was he in like a bag?
It's in my backpack.
Can his
I'll
body
put-
still
yep.
be?
I'll
Just in
put
case?
his body in my backpack.
Okay.
You okay if I carry your body in my backpack, MX51213?
Sure. What's mine is yours. My body is your body. Your body, my body. That's how this is working, right? We're all sharing.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Right on.
Body orgy.
Oh,
Yay.
Yay!
uh-huh.
So, we'll just keep using the Modron token here is Gizmo, but that's really Reggie's body. And the Reggie token is really this flesh golem looking thing.
Do you have a
I mean-
picture of that?
Not yet.
No. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
hold on.
if Cliff is feeling it, I wouldn't mind seeing a cool profile drawing of that.
Yeah, we need some kind of a thing that looks like that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Is that a thumb for a toe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a hacked together body of muscle tissue. Hey,
Am I
thanks
in
for the cheer,
pain?
Winston.
Do I feel
Um,
pain? Like, am I like healing wounds, stitches, stuff like that?
You are uncomfortable. I don't
Okay.
know if I would say it's like pain necessarily. But yeah, this doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel natural. I think you'd be extremely uncomfortable inhabiting this other body.
Okay.
So, you're following Azad through the tunnel.
I am at least.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna kind of fast track you, I guess, to where this would be taking you. You're popping through tunnels, and you get to another sphere. What I need from everyone is a D4 roll.
Got a 1.
All right. So, Reggie and Azad, you're going to be popping into this chamber where going to have some ghasts popping in on you.
Does
Loading.
Francesca need to roll a d4 as
Francesca is going to come in on round 2. Let's see. Gotta roll initiative. And Dino. And what did I say? Azad were ones.
I thought you said Reggie and Azad were 1.
Oh, Reggie and Azad were ones.
Yeah,
That was a 3.
Oh, sorry. So Reggie, do you
Yep.
see where I just dropped you on there?
Yes.
Okay. So, kind of a familiar scene.
Okay.
Gas floating in this endless, vast darkness of this sphere. And now you're dropped down. I have to take a look. Is your shield just a normal shield?
I believe so. Let me verify that. It is just a normal shield.
Okay. So your armor class is 14 right now.
Oh, okay. Bummer.
Um,
And am I reading my character sheet correctly that I am at 18 hit points right now?
You... No. You have
You
18
take it
points
to
of damage.
Oh, okay. That's way better.
You said you took a bunch of damage from a necrotic thing the last time.
Yeah, that's what I had thought.
I don't
picked-
remember.
I certainly
Yeah,
picked up the
because
wand.
you picked up the thing as the body, but I don't know where we were recording this. Because that got confusing, right? Because you were in a different body when you touched
Right.
the wand.
Right.
Let me take a look here.
Okay.
That was the storeroom. Or the vault. And you picked up one of the wands. Do you remember, did I tell you what it was?
As far as the damage?
No, what the wand was.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Not that I remember, at least. I didn't take a note of it, if you did.
Okay.
I don't think
Let's resolve this damage. Sorry. I
Yeah,
just
no
noticed.
problem. No, you're good. This is my bad.
So you end up taking, a ton of damage. The necrotic damage, it's 42 points. Would you have put the wand down after taking that?
No.
Okay. So
I
you,
have the wand and
one of
something
your
else in
hands.
my hand. I couldn't have.
yeah, maybe you're not holding the shield then. Are you doing wand, sword?
Yeah, I think that probably makes the most sense.
Okay,
Fortunately.
so your armor class is 12, and you drop in, and I said Azad drops in here too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, two of you pop in, you're in the direct center, floating in space, and you hear those gnashing teeth all around you. And Reggie, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to take a turn to spend 60 points of lay on hands on myself.
Alright, you'll gain 30 hit points.
Yep. I'm unsure. I see that there's a feature in my abilities for that, but we don't have to go through it. I can just take a note of it and then we can rectify it later.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like I don't really have a good spot for you to track that on the
Okay,
sheet.
that's fine. Okay. And I think that would be my turn. 'Cause I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
Alright, so the ghasts start moving. And one of them
boy.
comes up to Reggie here and gives you a claw. It's probably not going to work for me to drop it on you now. That gets a crit. So you'll take 11 points of damage and need to make a con save, which you succeed. Gassed 10 here. Another one comes floating over to you, Reggie. Claw attack. 22 to hit. 9 points of damage. And another con save, which you make. Gassed 2. Comes over here by Azad. Crit. 13 points of damage to Azad. And a con save, which you succeed. Another ghast here comes over by Reggie. Claw. 14 will hit. 8 points of damage. Con save. Fails. You are paralyzed until at the end of your turn you'll repeat that saving throw. Ghast 4 comes over here, gives a claw attack to Azad. Hits.
Can I cast shield?
Sure, then that'll block that attack.
Was it a 20 like it
20.
says?
Yep.
Yep, then I'll be at 22 for the rest of these.
Alright.
That's
Ghast.
one of my racial abilities, so it wasn't on my...
Ghast 5 makes an attack, hits Reggie for 12 damage. Reggie is looking cut up even in that big hulking body of his. Ghast 6 floats over to Azad, make an attack. 18 will be blocked by the shield. Ghast 7 comes over here by Reggie. $20 to hit. That's going to be 10 points of damage. Number 8 is attacking Azad. 22.
That's the number.
12 points of damage. And a con save, which you succeed.
That one looked close.
15. Alright, Ghast 9 attacks Azad. 18 will be blocked. And then Azad, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my planar warrior thing or whatever, or my. I'm going to use my, teleportation stuff. And I'm going to teleport to where I can teleport before I shoot. And I'm going to shoot the
Before
guy
you,
next to me.
before
What's
you
that?
do that, I just have to have you do a con save here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. For the smells. Or whatever it is.
I'm probably supposed to do it for each instance of it, but I'll just do the one and call it a day. So,
Okay.
so you're fine.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to here, and then I guess I'll shoot one of these guys at disadvantage, right? Because when you shoot next to someone, you're at disadvantage.
That's true, but we could kind of think about this in terms of 3D space, because you're not really standing on anything, you're just kind of free floating.
Okay.
So if you teleported, like, directly up or something, so
Okay.
you don't have to
I'll
do
do-
disadvantage.
Okay, I will not do disadvantage. Then at probably this one. And then I will use so I'm shooting up, I'm gonna let off a spray of 3 arrows into 3 different people. So I'll do all the hits first to try to make it quicker.
Sure.
Alright, so I got all 3 of them, and then I'm gonna do Inner Warrior Doom. So the first guy gets a little extra damage, and then this one gets some, and then this one gets some. And I'm doing my kind of teleport each time to get over to the edge of the wall here. Or like the top of the cube or whatever. And just, yeah, shooting. Trying to give Reggie some cover as he's paralyzed on the ground there.
Yeah. All right. So we are back at. So Dino, what did you roll on your D4? You had a 3 or a 4?
3.
Okay. So on this round, you're still in the tunnel. Klaus, you had a 2 though, right?
I'm looking. I don't think I had anything.
Oh, roll me a D4 quick.
I think the Francesca.
Oh. So Klaus is actually in here right now. Yeah, Francesca had a 2. So Klaus, it is your turn. You get popped, just like the other ones. You just kind of get almost like cannonballed right into the center of this room. And you can see Reggie and Azad are here, and big swarm of ghasts are.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my Githyanki sword and go after Gas 7. I'm aiming for his tongue. I think that's what's hanging off of his head.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably got some kind of a kiss
Really?
tongue
I was-
hanging out.
There it is.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit. Remember, if you drag these things right onto the tokens, it'll tell you hits, and if you do the damage on it right now, it'll auto apply it.
I'll keep doing the attacks right on it.
All right, another hit. So 3 hits. All right, that's enough to take that one out. And then we're back to Reggie's turn. Which you're paralyzed. Give me a con save. And a 12 will save.
Okay.
So at the end of your turn, you get free,
Okay.
and then the gas.
Is that so? So paralyzed means I can take no action.
Yeah, that save happens at the end of your turn. and then the guests will take their turn. Claw,
Can't wait.
claw at Reggie. 22 to hit. 14 points of damage. And a con save. Succeeds. Number 10 is right there. Makes a claw attack. Hits. 13 points. And a con save. Oh, failure. Paralysis for 1 round. Or, well, for up to a minute. I guess it's until you save.
Okay.
Guest 2 is over here and moves after Klaus. Claw. 20 hits. It scratches at you, deals you 7 points of damage. You can feel some kind of a kind of gnarly infection almost instantly kind of like coming into your body. Reggie, is there some kind of bonus that you give off in terms of like an aura?
Yes. I have Aura of Protection, so anyone within 10 feet of me.
Gains your charisma modifier, though, right?
Oh, that's
Correct,
right.
which is currently a
Oh.
-1, I believe, or a 0.
All right, so Klaus is going to end up paralyzed here then.
Oh,
So both you and Reggie are kind of in this bad spot.
Awesome.
Guest number 3 has advantage on its attack at Reggie, and it misses. Even with advantage. Guest number 4 is going to attempt. Gets over by Azad. This swimming kind of effect through this gravity-less room is difficult terrain, essentially, so it's going to be double movement. So it takes his entire turn to get there. Guest number 5 is attacking Reggie. 14 will hit. Seven points of damage to Reggie, and a con. Or you're already under the paralysis. Guest 6 is attacking Reggie. Hits. 12 points of damage. Guest 8 is attacking Reggie. 12 will hit. 13 points. Number 9 is gonna move there. Hits 10 points, which
Reggie's down.
Reggie in this fleshy body, it's just blood. Like death by 1,000 cuts.
I really botched that whole prep stage.
Luckily, the Quaddle drops down and kind of like swoops up. And this was your saving grace last time. Unfortunately, it dropped all of its healing on Dino earlier. I don't think it has another healing kind of thing. It's uh-oh. Winston is getting upset with me, I think. Alex, if you TPK them, I swear. What The Quaddle is going to give a bless to Azad, Klaus, and itself. So you get an extra D4 on attack rolls or saving throws. And then Azad, it's your turn.
Okay. So then I will again begin sort of kiting this ghoul around. I'll take my 3 teleports to over there, and I will shoot 3 different ones of them as I'm sort of phasing in and out of existence. So I'll shoot this guy, this guy, and this guy again. And I didn't need the D4 on any of those, so I won't roll it. So then I shoot this one. I think that one died. And this one. And this one. So as I'm kind of shooting around, I shoot right through the tongue of that one and back through its head and blow it up in little tiny pieces. I think. Then I moved over there.
Alright. So you got another body, another gas body just kind of floating in space. Klaus, it is your turn.
Am I still paralyzed?
Oh, that's right. Give me a Constitution saving throw. And don't forget to roll a d4 and add that as well.
Okay.
You'll make it. So at the end of your
Okay.
turn, you become unparalyzed. And
Alright.
then Dino, you said you had a 3,
Yes.
so you get popped into this mess. You can see Reggie is floating in this kind of big zombie thing. He just looks, you can tell he's incapacitated. Blood is just kind of like little dots floating all around that area. You can see the remnants of the bloodbath that happened.
Okay. What kind of a wand did you say that was that I have to hold on to?
The Wand of
I
Fear.
can't. Wand of Fear. Well. Okay. I am not going to be using my shield. I'm going to be using my rapier +1, and I will attack the one that's in front of me here.
All right. Okay, 15 will hit. Remember, you can drop those on the tokens, and it'll auto do everything. But yes, that'll hit.
Okay.
Are you using your weapon off of your action tab?
Oh, I forgot to do that. Yeah. That
Go-
would be. Do you want me to just do that, or?
That's fine. I can do it myself for this one. So what? 8 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Anything else?
I'm going to see now who. I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Klaus.
You want to explain to him the benefit of that?
Yeah, I can give you a bonus action on Well, it can give you a bonus to rolls that you need to.
Basically, ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws, Klaus. You can roll. What's your bardic inspiration die?
It's up to a D12 now.
Okay, so at any time in the next 10 minutes, Klaus, you could roll a d12 and add that to an ability check, attack roll, or
Okay.
a saving throw.
Yeah, you said you were paralyzed, right? So.
Not anymore. Well,
Okay.
I'll be up. I'll be standing at my next turn.
All right.
Reggie makes a successful death saving throw. Gast 1 diverts its attention. Comes over here by Azad. Makes a claw attack. 15 will miss. Gast number 10 will float on over here to Dino. Attacks, hits, does 13 points of damage to Dino.
What did he roll? Because I'm using my defensive duelist melee.
Okay. Well, he rolled a 23.
Oh, that hit.
Okay.
Because I don't have my shield right now. Otherwise, that would have missed.
Okay. So he hits you, and you take that damage, and you also failed the saving throw. So you're paralyzed. Gast 2 is attacking Klaus, who is not paralyzed. He gets a hit. Dealing 6 points of damage. Klaus saves on the saving throw. Gast 3 is attacking the Coatl, which doesn't do anything to it. This guy down here is trying to pursue Azad and gets to there. Guest number 5 is attacking the Coatl. Guest number 8 is doing the same. Number 9 turns around. Is going to attack Dino with a claw. Misses, even with advantage. So the Coatl takes its turn, and it's concentrating on that bless spell. It is going to go ahead and take a bite attack on the one closest to Dino. And hits. And deals 9 points of damage. Azad, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna do my teleports. I forget that I also get to move besides doing those teleports, but those are teleports for my attacks, so I'm gonna shoot off some arrows at this one, and then back over at this other one I've been trying to kill since the beginning. Okay, and then I will hit this one. This one, and this one, as a blur of arrows shoots out. And then I do some more movement to there.
Alright. Klaus. Let's see. I have to make you do a con save from the foul stench that is emanating from these things, but you make it.
Ooh.
Choke back, kind of a retching feeling.
So foul. Dino looks like he needs a hand. Let me... Do spells work here, or they're just not as effective?
Healing spells are half as effective.
Oh. Okay.
Your other magics that you've seen happen seem to be working fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna use Melf's acid arrow on number 9.
Alright. If you pop open your action tab where you see the spell, there's a little magnifying glass. You can drop that down and it'll have like the attack roll with damage.
Okay. That's what I was trying to find. Cast. Or do I need to hit attack?
First,
Oh.
first you have to hit it.
Okay. That?
Yes. All right. So you focus your mind. You conjure this arrow that goes blasting forward and strikes the torso of that ghast.
And do I drop the cast one on it too?
Yeah, the damage.
Damage. Okay.
And you can see as the arrow hits, like its skin is just like deteriorating and starts to kind of melt away, but it creates this kind of big hole right through its torso.
Right. And I'm gonna direct the rest of my attacks to gas 2 with the sword.
Do you have a thing that allows you to do that?
Isn't that war magic?
That works with a cantrip spell.
Oh shit. Okay. So all I can do is cast the spell, and my melee attacks would be dried up then, basically, for this turn.
Yeah, you'd be spending your since a higher level spell requires like a little bit more involvement. It takes like your entire turn.
Oh, I could spend would action surge,
Yeah, you could use action surge, sure.
and then that will allow me. Would that allow me my full
Your full
3
attacks.
attacks?
3 attacks.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Okay, well, I'll drop one more attack die on him. Oh,
All right, that'll
grabbed the
hit.
wrong thing. And then damage.
All right, you cleave through him. Big wound. He's still up, flailing around.
Not anymore.
Oh, but you follow it up with another hit and finish the job.
Sorry, Dino. I wanted your buddy to go down first, but turns out my spells aren't that great as a fighter.
All right,
It's okay, I'm still here.
Dino is still here, and it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna attack now.
All right, it's kind of you're feeling the effects of the battle and the damage that you've taken, and so it's kind of a feeble attack, but you lurch forward, you strike, and you hit. And you take that one down as your
All
sword
right.
goes piercing through its body. Oh no. Reggie has 2 death saves. Guest number 1. Oh, you know what? Gizmo comes popping down.
Yeah.
And let's see. Give me 1 second. I keep trying to type in Modron, and that's not the name of the creature. So it kept popping up nothing. He's a monodrone. Okay. And he's friendly. So he pops down, and he sees what's going on with Reggie, and is quite upset. He's going to make some attacks on number 9 there. And I'm just going to pop up, Reggie, your sheet, actually, and use your attacks. Okay, you had, Reggie, you had a scimitar, so he's going to be using that scimitar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to try to do this at... Well, that's fine, that'll hit. That'll hit. You have 3 attacks, Reggie, or 2?
2.
2. Okay, so two attacks. Okay, good, because that third one would have missed. It wasn't that one. So does 4 points of damage. Unfortunately, it's not a magical weapon, but he does make some wounds, and you can hear him kind of calling out support. He's like, "Reggie, hold on, hold on!" And then it is the guests who will take their turns. Guest number 1 is over here. It's still trying to chase after Azad, but Klaus is going to end up in the way there, and it's going to get diverted and attack him. Hits. This is what's great about Fantasy Grounds. You know, Tom can walk away and it's no problem. We can still resolve all these things. Alright, gas number 3. So he takes a big chunk out of Klaus. Gas number 3 continues to attack the Coatl. Number 4 still trying to chase after Azad, but will get distracted by the fresh meat of Klaus. And will hit, dealing 10 points of damage.
Is that all you got?
And you
Wait, Klaus doesn't talk like that anymore. He's tall and skinny now.
And real chill.
Hello, friend.
That
This
one attacks the
damage
Coatl.
is weak.
Guest number 9 is attacking Dino. Hits with a 24. Does 10 points of damage. And Dino, you are paralyzed. Coatl takes its turn. Makes a bite attack at guest 9 there. Hits. Dealing enough damage to take it out. Trying to neutralize the threat to Dino, who brought it into this world. Azad, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my... I'm gonna Misty Step as a... Because it would have movement. Otherwise...
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna Misty Step next to Reggie. And shoulder my bow and try to do a medicine check on him. To stabilize him.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So 21.
All right, stabilized.
Yay!
I was
Thank you,
getting
thank you,
worried.
thank you. Whew. You were getting worried.
Yeah.
Pulling like ripping pieces off of his loincloth to wrap around all of his bloody wounds.
It's a sacrifice, but
Unfortunate sacrifices had to be made.
Can't
yeah,
look away. Just can't look away.
you know what they say about big hands. All right,
Gotta buy big gloves.
yeah. Klaus, it is your turn.
All right. Well, now that I see these guys don't seem to be all that strong as far as their hit points, I'm gonna spread my 3 sword attacks. I'm gonna do 2 on Gast 1. Hit.
Yes. Oh, all right. He's still on his feet.
Got 1 more for him.
That'll hit. Oh, and that takes him down. No one fights
look
like
at-
Gaston. No one. No, that doesn't work.
Gast 1.
Gaston?
Then I look over to Gast 4 and give him a nice little smirk. And then attack.
Hits. And another one bites the dust. There are 3 ghasts left. Dino, you are paralyzed. Give me a con save at the end of your turn. You just roll a straight die, so what did you get?
Oh. That would be 10.
10 is the number, so at the end of your turn you become unparalyzed, and Gizmo is swinging that scimitar at this third one here. Ah. Alright, he hits twice with the scimitar, dealing the first damage that has been done to that one. So a couple of cuts in the flesh. And then Reggie is stabilized. And the guests take their turn. Guest number 3 here is going to turn around to attack Gizmo. And a 14 would miss Reggie's typical AC, right?
I think. So with the shield, it gives you what? +2?
Yeah.
So he'd be at 17.
So, we can fast track this because these other guests are kind of focused on the quaddle. So, you're going to be able to deal with these no problem. And so it becomes quiet as you put the last one to rest. And a stressful battle has been overcome.
Okay. I do have cure wounds, so I'll lift Reggie out of his unconsciousness with that spell if I can. Where is it? Cure wounds. And then but he only takes half of that, right?
Yep.
Oops, I accidentally applied the whole thing to him, so you can go undo that for me. Sorry. Maybe we should try a thing where we like lock arms when we go into the thing together, the tubes.
So that we all get there at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Do you think that would work?
I'm feeling real loopy right now. So I'm fine with whatever, guys.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. If we keep fighting these guys, I think the Quaddle should just go in there by himself.
right. Let the Quaddle go like
You
pipe
know?
or go tank for us, and then we'll all show up once they're all focused on it.
Francesca
Yeah, they don't.
says.
They
How
don't
do you
Francesca-
feel about this, Francesca?
Francesca says that's fine as long as they're ghouls. But how do we know that it's going to be ghouls on the other side there? Look,
yeah.
I don't really appreciate this.
Okay, all right. You've done such a great job with for us so far, though.
I didn't ask to be here. I hate it here. It's this feeling
Oh,
of
I
oppression.
know. I know, but we're really, really happy you're here.
I know, and it's for a good. What you're doing here, there's a bigger purpose. I get it, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm willing to follow you and go with you on this errand. So, Isa, you're feeling pulled towards that tunnel there.
Okay. I wish that I could do more for you, Reggie, but I can't really.
I'll use the last of my. I have 15 more points of lay on hands, so I'll do that to get 7 more.
You know what? I have a shield. Can you? Or wait, you can't because of your thing, right?
So I could drop this, but from what Dino's saying, there's a good chance that that's gonna kill me. So maybe I drop the sword and I just hold on to this shield. And,
well, can you use the wand?
I can try.
You just say the way I've always seen it work is you just say goofy things.
Goofy
And
things.
no. You make strange noises. Yeah. And then it shoots stuff at things.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Can we do a little bit of any sort of examination of his wand to see if there's anything about it that we think looks similar to the one that Dino is stuck holding, or if it looks like it might be of a different purpose?
Make a Arcana check.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Wait, I have a critical success.
Oh,
We all
do
have
that.
critical
Yeah.
successes.
Yep. We all have one. Yep.
Okay.
Can I
You're gonna use that?
for this?
Sure. It appears to be different. There's maybe some motif kinds of things that give it. It still has kind of like a similar skull kind of adornment on the top of the wand, but it does look distinctly different.
Okay, so it's not a wand of fear or whatever it is that Dino has. Well, maybe we could.
How about we do this? I'll Gizmo, you can use this this light sword. It's probably going to be a little more effective than that scimitar this time. I'll try and do what I can with the wand and hold on to the shield, and that'll give me a little bit more defensive measure, and I'll just kind of bob and weave the most that I can. And then once I get in there, I can do Turn the Unholy, so at least I can push people away from me, or they have to make they have to have some presence of mind to stay near me.
Oh, good call.
But I was paralyzed so much last time, so I couldn't get it off.
Yeah.
Do we have any healing potions anywhere?
I can give Reggie my, if I take off my leather armor, will that take off any of my AC now that I'm wearing steel or whatever the hell I get?
So you had spare leather armor, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I originally had, and then I upgraded from that blacksmith at I forget the name of the
My
town.
house was pretty big, right? Before he got turned into Mr. Frosty.
Yeah, I think the leather
Stuff like
armor
that.
could give some protection to Reggie.
Okay.
Will it fit the body?
It'll fit you. It'll be tight, but you could make it work to give you some protection.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Let's do that.
So basically,
I'm-
it'll be a +1 to your AC.
Okay. So that makes it 13 plus my shield is 15.
But I guess my thought was too, if we have any healing potions, put them on Reggie so that anybody can go to his aid and kind of pour it down his throat.
Wait, what?
If he, if he, I mean, he's the
Yeah.
closest one to getting knocked down. So strategically, if he were to get fallen, if he was in possession of a healing potion, someone could run to him and help him.
What does he got right now? I got like 5 hit points myself. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have
I'm
none
very
hit
poorly
points
as well.
either. That's right.
I can cast Cure Wounds a couple of times at half potion or something like that.
Well, what do we
Um,
think, Cole? What do you think, Francesca, about us taking a little break here? Do you think we have time? I'm really feeling pulled to this next room, but I'm wondering if we should maybe take a tactical rest before we would go in.
She says, maybe we could take a breather, but maybe this isn't a great spot. It seems like all these orbs that are kind of connected in the center here are full of these ghasts. Who's to say that they don't transport themselves amongst these? Maybe we just proceed cautiously and see if we can find a safe place to hunker down.
Okay.
Or
I
Well-
am willing to.
she also suggests maybe you could go back down. She said that maybe that's an option.
How many rooms did we get through before we got to this one full of gas? Because you said you were kind of fast forwarding us a little bit.
Yeah, so I was just moving you back through the ones that you had come through. So, you see this map that I just shared with you. So, I'm about to reveal you're in this one right now.
Well, my other thought is, right now I have the ability to sort of feel where this person is, but if we go back, I might lose that.
Right. Let's just keep going. I think
Here,
we'll be all right.
before we leave, I walk up to Reggie and I say, "You better call on Torm," and I put my forehead on his and I cast second wind on myself to see what happens. That's all I got. That's
You're trying to transfer your second wind to him. Is that what your intention was?
Yeah, and I know that's not how it works, but that's why I'm bringing a little Torm action into it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as Reggie already knows, Torm is not looking to directly intervene at this time, and is kind of assessing Reggie.
Damn you, Torm!
Klaus, you are my brother, and I greatly appreciate the attempt to help.
Klaus should get his hit points still, right?
Yeah, you could use a second wind on yourself if you'd like. If you need.
I guess I already spent it finding out. I forgot about Torm being all butthurt right now about Reggie. Yeah, so
I'm
But
gonna
if your
a-
intention is to attempt, yeah, you could use the short rest, or the second wind. You'd get it back on a short rest anyway, so. I think it's a D10 plus your fighter level.
Yeah.
What was that, Dino?
I was gonna cast Cure Wounds at a 4th level on myself.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
Alright.
and I get 5 added on that for my casting.
Okay, so you'll end up getting 14 hit points back. Okay, so Klaus gets some hit points back. 10 points back.
I was just reading. I only have to I meditate for 4 hours and receive 8 hours of my abilities back.
Yeah, if you were taking a long rest, you could just rest the 4. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, you're all trying to basically use your powers the best you can to patch yourselves up a little bit. It's a little disheartening because the healing powers don't work so well here, but what would you like to do next?
So the last thing I'm going to do real quick is just do a level 4 character wounds myself.
Okay.
Not sure how.
If you'd like to just roll 4 d8s, that'll... And then you'd be adding, well,
Right.
it'd be your charisma modifier, right?
Yeah.
So 16,
Oops.
so you get 8 back.
Alright. Great. Well, where to next, Azad?
Well, I'm gonna forge ahead to where my gut is taking me.
Alright,
That's great.
So to room 3, I suppose.
so, that'll take you here. And so you'll all kind of, maybe you're doing this arm hook thing, and that does seem to work. Like you kind of slow each other's. Some of you are getting kind of pulled. I'd make you do like a group stealth or a strength check or something, but it really doesn't matter for this next room. So you can move your tokens up. And as you're popping into, you're feeling a sense of gravity as your feet touch down on stonework. And basically you're feeling like you're in this chamber that kind of has kind of a cavernous feel to it. There's kind of rocky outcroppings and shelves. It's got kind of this windy feel. And it's like completely dark in here. Do you have a light source?
We have the sword.
The sword, okay. So the sword is casting light around in here. And it seems like that light as it's bouncing off of different things that are obstructing it and casting shadows. You're getting all these kind of like wacky, terrifying looking monstrosities covering the wall in shadow. Like they're the shadows of things that are standing around, but you don't see any actual evidence of these creatures. The shadows even seem to be kind of like swaying and moving, almost like they're watching you from the walls.
I have a light cantrip, so I'm gonna cast that. I'll put that on that stupid wand that I have to hold on.
Okay, you cast more light into the room. It just kind of like interacts with the shadows in the sense of like almost like a ripple effect or something. Like the shadows kind of have a ripply, almost liquid-like feel, but then they kind of reform and coalesce, and it gives got this kind of sinister feel of all these monstrosities staring at you from the walls.
Well,
Keep moving, I think,
yeah.
guys.
let's try and get out of here as quickly as possible. So I think just kind of forge further ahead.
Where would Azad go?
Alright, so you're forging ahead. You kind of see, like maybe down a bit, there's like a wooden door that seems like it's inlaid in one of the rocky outcroppings.
Yeah, I really want to follow where Azad's feeling the Gestad guy being.
Azad would be feeling it coming from this direction.
Okay, I'm gonna keep following Azad then.
Alright. So you follow and you follow. And you'll come and see another one of those circular tube-like entrances, or those tunnels.
Link up.
Is there a window on this door?
No. It's just a pretty plain-looking wooden door.
Gizmo's with us too, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And can we hear any sounds coming from the...
It's like almost overpowering silence.
Well, I think we just have to go in, right?
Yeah.
Klaus, you open the door.
What door are you talking about, Reggie? The one that Azad's going towards, or the room we're passing? Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Jumping in the tunnel.
That's the direction that Azad's heading towards, right?
That's where he would be feeling the pull of Kestad.
Yeah, that would be my vote then.
Alright, so if you all jump in there,
Yep.
you will be pulled forward, and you'll get dropped essentially to right here. There should be... This map didn't turn out quite the way I had hoped, but basically there's a door in front of you here, Klaus.
Okay. I'll inspect that door.
It's again like another fairly plain wooden door. This one seems to have like a locking mechanism on it.
I'll check the handle and see if it's unlocked.
It does seem to be unlocked.
Okay, I want to open it as slowly and quietly as possible.
All right, give me a stealth check.
I went in the wrong spot, I think.
Oh.
Or that work. Wrong tab here. I'll do a stealth check. Stupid guy.
Yes, so you're kind of rattling around in your heavy armor a bit as you creak this door open. It makes a loud, like, big door that needed to be oiled or something like that. And you're basically just looking in to what is a pretty barren, open stone room. And there's another set of double doors on the opposite side as you're facing into this room. There's kind of like evidence of like blood and gore on the floor, but that's about it. And you can see that there seems to be like hallways that move off to the north and south as well.
Can I pick up like a rock or something and throw it down the corridor straight to the west?
Sure. So you throw a rock in here.
Yeah.
It hits the door, makes a sound. It seems like there's gravity in here. The rock falls to the ground.
Oh, I was expecting like demon dogs to come running out of the smaller corridor. Well, I'll just go out here then and stand there and wait for the rest of the guys. And Azad, if he's still got those good vibes going.
Do I still have good vibes going?
You've got a vibe. You've got a vibe coming from the west.
All right.
Beyond
I'll
those
point.
double doors.
I feel like, yeah, let's do this.
Someone without armor want to open the next
What?
door?
Let me try this thing here. Let me try casting Pass Without Trace on it. Can I do that?
Sure.
Does it seem? Do I think that will help us with this door or with the doors?
What it helps you with stealth checks, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's just another hallway, then it's a waste.
I want to see if it doesn't have it in Fantasy Grounds, but I will use the spell slot and I will get the spell out. And that would apply to all of us, I believe, or
Yeah.
everybody within.
It's a +10 bonus to Dex stealth checks.
Okay.
Alright, so with that being cast, you're feeling like extra sneaky. What would you like to do?
Go through. Is that double doors at the far end, at the west end of this room, or is that just all wall?
Yeah, it's not really showing up great, but there should be double doors there.
Okay, let's go try to quietly open those doors.
Alright,
Great.
somebody who is trying to open the doors. Who would that be?
I'll do it.
I'm
Okay.
super stealthy.
So,
Are you like
both.
uber stealthy over more than usual?
Well, you said didn't you say something about a
Yep.
a +10?
Yeah.
Well, then I wouldn't be able to get less than a 20.
Okay, I also have a +10. aside from the additional plus 10. So
Alright. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, whoever is opening the door.
I'll do it. That's going to be 29.
29. Very quietly open the door and peek in there. Oh, I don't have... Well, here is what you see. One second. Got it. Okay, here it is. I have an illustration to show you. You see inside this what is basically the area that you saw inside that seeing pool. This big, large, you can see dank cells off to your left and to your right, and straight ahead you see that chained to the wall there's a drow chained by his hands and his feet. His body is covered in tattered, bloody rags. He's got all these kind of like pins, these wooden stakes, kind of everywhere that isn't like a vital part of his body. Looks like he's been getting stuck with these implements. And as you are looking upon him, he is currently being tortured. I gotta pop some figures on here because apparently I forgot to do this. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at the time. It's about quarter after, so maybe I'll hold you in suspense here so I can set this up. But basically, what you're seeing is you've got this skeletal-looking, almost like it maybe bears like kind of a resemblance to Asarak, but it's definitely not him. But like a skeletal robed figure is kind of. You could see him pressing one of these stakes like further into like the shoulder of this creature, this drow who's wincing in pain. And you would be seeing that there are two lumbering figures that kind of look a little bit like the new Reggie here. Have already, they heard that noise, some of the noise from that rock that got thrown. So they're already kind of blocking the path forward. And over here is where you'd be seeing Kestad and his tormentor. So, the next session is going to pick up with a initiative roll, and there's a couple of things that we'll have to do a little bit differently. The thing is that we've got Gizmo, who is basically Reggie with like 16 points of damage from the original Reggie. Had, I think, 16 points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to allow you to control what is essentially you, but Gizmo doesn't have your spells and things like that. So he can attack and do like that kind of stuff. Yep. And then your separate body, as the flesh golem, has access to your powers and your aura and everything like that.
Okay.
So
very cool.
I'll straighten that out in Fantasy Ground so that's clear for this next battle.
Okay.
But yeah, so you found Kestad, and you got one fight left before you get your prize.
And we know how to spell his name now.
Yeah.
I kept spelling it incorrectly, apparently.
Well, thanks everybody for coming around and watching us here tonight on Planescape Dead Gods. Next time we will be streaming this particular campaign will be 2 weeks from now on the 27th at 7 p.m. So come back around so you can see what happens, what will happen in this battle, and what will Kestad have to say for himself. He's not exactly a good guy. He was originally the prisoner of Veritas Mauve because he had killed his adopted daughter. But he seems to be a bad guy who's not as bad as the actual villain that wants the knowledge that he has. So that should be an interesting interaction you have with him, assuming you get there. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
So, the next time we will be live here on this channel will be next Tuesday when we continue Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Next week we also have Curse of Strahd at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday. And unfortunately no Clash of Shields next week. So we'll be streaming 2 times next week. Actually, we'll be streaming 3 times because
What?
Saturday the 23rd we're doing a second subscriber game. Subscribers play on 20 Sides Every Story, so if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing so, and I will connect with you, get you into our Discord server, and we'll see about having you come on the channel and play with us. We are currently, with our subscribers, playing Into the Borderlands, a 5th edition conversion of a very classic, couple of classic modules, B1 In Search of the Unknown and B2 The Keep on the Borderlands. So this is our sandbox world that we play with our subscribers. If you subscribe to the channel, we like to reward you and give you some time to play. So, all right, thanks everybody. We will catch you all soon. Thanks for watching.